Today is the 10th of November 2013. This evening I shall discuss two of the discourses from the Anguttara Nikaya. These two discourses is about the shopkeeper's business. So the Buddha compared the shopkeepers, the business, just like the monk or whoever practicing meditations. A shopkeeper who has these three characteristics does not deserve to acquire the wealth that has not yet been acquired. A shopkeeper who has three characteristics does not deserve to acquire the wealth that has not yet been acquired. So when the shopkeeper has these three characteristics, then he also cannot increase the wealth that he has already gained or acquired. So the first characteristic, a shopkeeper does not properly undertake his business in the morning. A shopkeeper does not properly undertake his business in the daytime. A shopkeeper does not properly undertake his business in the evening. So such a shopkeeper does not deserve to gain the wealth that he has not yet been gained, or to increase the wealth that he has already gained. So do you agree with what the Buddha had said? So if you see a shop, the shopkeeper and his assistants are dozing off or sleeping in the shop. So what do you think about the business of the shop? And if there's no customers inside the shop, and if there's no customers inside the shop, and if the shop is look dirty, so you may not want to step in. You may think that the shopkeeper or his assistants are not interested in doing business. Sometimes thoughts may be arising, thoughts that is not so noble may be arising, or you may thinking in your mind. You do not want to disturb their rest. You may not want to disturb their rest or their sleeps. So such shopkeepers cannot do well in his business. So he cannot gain much wealth. He cannot increase his wealth. Similarly, a bhikkhu who has these three things does not deserve to acquire the meritorious factors that has not been acquired. so that bhikkhu also cannot increase the meritorious factors that he has already acquired or he has already gained. So here the Buddha addressed the teaching to the bhikkhu, but he also included those who are striving in the teachings in order to attain liberations or enlightenment. So if a bhikkhu does not properly concentrate on the object of meditation in the morning, or then he could not gain the meritorious factors that he has not gained. He cannot increase the meritorious factors or that he has gained or acquired. So similarly, if a bhikkhu or monk or those who practice the Dharma or does not properly concentrate on the object of meditation in the daytime, and if a bhikkhu or does not properly concentrate on the object of meditation in the evening, so such bhikkhu or the practitioners of the teaching or do not deserve or to acquire the meritorious factors or to gain the meritorious factors what he has not yet gained. So such bhikkhu or the practitioners of the Dharma also could not increase or strengthen the meritorious factors that he has gained. So similarly, as a meditator, if a meditator does not practice mindfulness meditation intensively in the morning, in the daytime, or in the evening, then these factors of mindfulness will not become stronger and stronger. Other meritorious factors or wholesome factors also cannot be strengthened or increased. So other wholesome factors or meritorious factors such as wisdoms, concentration, faith or confidence, saddha or effort. These 5 factors are the property of the meditators. As you know, saddha or faith or confidence, virya or effort or energy, or sati mindfulness, or samadhi concentration, and panya wisdoms. At the beginning, these 5 factors may not be strong and stable, and these 5 factors are not kept in balance. When these 5 factors become stronger and stronger, then meditators could make progress and eventually realize the teaching and attain enlightenment. And these factors can become stronger and stronger through practice or by practice. It cannot be strengthened by itself. So meditators can strengthen these 5 factors or make these 5 factors stronger and stronger by constant and continuous mindfulness. So one of the factors to strengthen these 5 faculties or these 5 factors is constant, continuous and sustained mindfulness. The other important factors is effort. effort that should be increasing gradually, step by step. So, as a meditator, you need to develop mindfulness from the moment of waking up until the moment of falling asleep in the evening. So that's why in the second discourse on the shopkeepers, the shopkeepers also must have the characteristics of diligence, right diligence. So in other words, shopkeepers must also have these three characteristics in order to acquire or to gain a lot of wealth or profits. The first is a keen insight or a keen insight. The second is a right diligence. The third is a firm backing. So, in other words, as a shopkeeper, he must have a sharp knowledge to know what to buy, what to sell. So he must know how much capital he needs and how much profit he can gain by buying and selling in this way or in that way. Then the second characteristics is right diligence. So in other words, a shopkeeper is skillful in buying and selling sellable goods. So if your shopkeepers is buying goods that is not sellable, difficult to sell, then he cannot make any profits. So because the shopkeeper has these two characteristics, keen insights and right diligence. So he will get the third characteristics. He will gain the third characteristics. It means he could receive backing, support from others. So others who are wealthy, rich, and have a lot of property, seeing these shopkeepers has keen insight and right diligence. And these shopkeepers is capable to work for the maintenance of to support his wife and children's living. And the shopkeepers is able to paying interest from time to time or on a timely basis. So others who are wealthy, rich, will be very happy to support him. So others would allow him and say that take these goods from us and gain wealth for the maintenance of your living of your wife and your children, and pay us the interest from time to time or on a timely basis. So isn't it, if you are skillful in doing business, you may receive a lot of support. So similarly, the bhikkhu or the practitioner of the Dharma also must have these three things or three characteristics. So the bhikkhu or the practitioner of Dharma also must have the characteristics of a keen insight or right diligence and a firm backing or strong support. So a bhikkhu or the practitioner of Dharma has a keen insight, knowing truly or fundamentally this is the truth of suffering, this is the truth of the cause or the origin of suffering, this is the truth of the cessation of suffering, this is the truth of the way leading to the cessation of suffering. So, in other words, the bhikkhu or the practitioner of Dharma is very interested, or he has a lot of enthusiasm, or to know this Four Noble Truths. Do you know the teachings of the Four Noble Truths is so important that if one wants to understand, rightly understand what the Buddha taught, then one should rightly understand the teaching of the Four Noble Truths. In one of the discourses, the Buddha said, if the bhikkhu or the practitioner of Dharma, or if they want to talk or discuss about the teaching, then they should talk about the Four Noble Truths or discuss about the Four Noble Truths. If one wants to, if one wishes to remember or bear in mind the teachings, then they should remember the teachings of the Four Noble Truths. So only you have a lot of enthusiasm to know this teaching, then you only have the you could put forth effort to the practice. It's because one has to realize this truth through one's own personal experience or direct experience. So there are 12 aspects of wisdoms in relation to these Four Noble Truths. So the first aspect is known as Satyayana, the knowledge of the truth. The second is Kichayana, the knowledge of the functions of the truth. The third is Katayana, or the knowledge of the truth of the function. The knowledge of the function has been performed. So Satyayana means one recognizes that this noble truth is indeed true. Kichayana means one recognizes that what is the appropriate action should be taken. Then Katayana, one recognizes the appropriate action has been taken or fulfilled or completed. So each noble truth consists of these three aspects of wisdom. So that's why the text says there are these 12 aspects of wisdom in relation to these Four Noble Truths. For example, the first noble truth, the truth of suffering, or dukkha satya. So Satyayana means one recognizes this truth of suffering is indeed true or not deceitful. So the function or the Kichayana of this truth is the Dharma that should be fully understood. Katayana in relation to this truth means when one has fully understood this truth through personal experience. Similarly, the second truth, the truth of the truth of the cause or the origin of suffering, it also consists of these three aspects of wisdom. So the most important is to know the function of this truth. Or in other words, what is the appropriate action should be taken in relation to the second truth. So do you know what's the appropriate actions or the functions of the second noble truth? is the Dharma that should be fully abandoned. Then the third noble truth, the truth of the cessation of suffering, also consists of these three aspects of wisdoms. And what's the function of the third noble truth? It is the Dharma that should be fully realized. And the fourth noble truth, the truth leading to the truth of the way, or the path leading to the cessation of suffering, also consists of these three aspects of wisdom. So what's the function or appropriate actions to be taken? Is the Dharma that should be fully developed. So in Pali, the truth that should be fully developed is the bhavetapa. The truth of the cessation of suffering that should be fully realized is known as satchikatapa in Pali. And the second truth, the truth of the cause of suffering, or samudaya satya, should be fully abandoned, or pahatapa. And the first noble truth, or the truth of suffering, or dukkha satya, that should be fully understood, or parinyanya. So you must have the keen insight, knowing this fundamental teaching. So to realize this truth through personal experience, then one should be diligent in the practice. So in other words, the monk or the bhikkhu or the practitioner of the Dharma should be striving diligently to abandon or to discard demeritorious factors and to develop or to cultivate the meritorious factors. To abandon or to discard demeritorious factors, and at the same time to cultivate or to develop the meritorious factors. So in other words, as a practitioner of Dharma, must be energetic all the time, and one has the factors of perseverance, and must also has the quality of apamada. The opposite of apamada is pamada. Pamada means heedless, not heedful. So pamada means heedless. In other words, for example, during meditation, if the meditator is not energetic, then he may allow the mind to be wandering here and there, or even fall into daydreamings or sleepiness and so on. So in other words, only when the bhikkhu or the practice of Dharma has a keen insight or effort or right diligence, then the teachers or the co-meditators or his kalyanamitta can give him more support. So if a monk or the practitioner of the Dharma does not put effort to overcome hindrances, for example sleepiness or drowsiness, restlessness, then it's difficult to give more instructions. So if one is energetic in the practice, showing a lot of interest or enthusiasm in the teachings and the practice, then he can receive good support or firm backing from the teachers. So when he or she approaches the teachers, then the teachers who has much learning experience will explain clearly to him or her and help him or her to clear the doubts and so on. So if the monk or the practitioner of Dharma who is very sincere in the practice can also receive good support or from the teachers or from the Kalyanamitta. So similarly, in your mundane life, whether you are doing business or working for others, you have these three qualities, then you definitely will be successful in your business, in your careers. So sometimes your attitude in life also reflecting in your way of the practice. If one is very energetic, diligent, sincerely doing the work, most likely he also will be very diligent, hardworking, and sincerely practicing the Dharma or doing the meditation. For example, if a person while working, and when the boss is not around, or when his superior is not around, then he begins to become lazy or taking a nap. So very likely during meditation, when he begins to feel lazy, he also taking a nap in between the meditation, because during working he was thinking, my boss is not around, will not be seeing me taking a nap. So similarly during meditation, if I'm taking a nap, no one can know. So that's why the right attitude in life is very important. So sometimes if one does not rightly understand, if one is not serious or sincere in the practice, then this may show up in the practice or in the meditation. So it is important to practice the teaching diligently or sincerely with persisting efforts or with the quality of perseverance. So as meditators who are practicing intensively, your job or is be mindful from the moment of waking up until falling into sleep in the evening. So we can say that the business of the meditator is to keep mindfulness going throughout the day or during the whole day of the waking state. So in other words, as long as you are awake, you should keep this business of mindfulness going on. Keep going. If you fall into sleepiness or drowsiness, then you're going to doing very poor business in mindfulness. So constant and continuous mindfulness is the only way to increase the wholesome mental factors or the wholesome states. Or we can say that all the good Dharma are founded on mindfulness. When there's no mindfulness, the good Dharma can be decaying or disappearing. So I wish all meditators be heedful to this teaching. Practice the mindfulness diligently with a lot of enthusiasm, so that you could make more and more progress, and finally realize the teachings and attain enlightenment.
สาธุสาธุสาธุ